should know the rule of 72. That's the first thing.
What's the rule of 72?
Well, it's
okay, jump down, audience.
It's the theory of Albert Einstein with the rule of money. It's 72 divided by the interest rate so that you know the number of years to double your money. It applies with the savings and also it applies with the credit line.
Okay, so for them to understand it a little more, you're offering free intelligence seminars.
Yes, we are.
For them.
Yeah, everything for financial foundation basically.
Okay.
So that you would know how the proper way to build it.
Okay, I have bad experiences with credit cards. Diba, when you see that everything's on sale, the big red tab, diba? So how do you advise people to manage and control themselves?
Well, discipline is the main reason.
Because I see it's either you control your credit card or your credit card controls you. Diba?
Yes.
So discipline, it's easy to say, but it's hard to do actually. Diba? So
if you understand, better off, you can apply the discipline for yourself. If you don't understand, basically, you'll be very, very, what do you say this?
Pwede silang
magiging pwede kang ma-deceive dun sa idea na there's a sale.
That's right.
Pero if you got the knowledge, the information, what's beyond this, basically, you'll be cautious of everything what you're doing.
So you'll be more conscious about spending the smallest centavo.
Yes.
Kasi yun nga, what's deceiving about the sale is that you are set to think that you are going to save 70%. But in reality is you are going to spend 30% instead of just keeping it for yourself.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
They actually did not save at all. They spend more. Okay. So especially yung mga, kasi what I noted, yung mga college graduates natin, wala pa silang trabaho. Hinareceive sila sa mail. Pre-approved credit card.
Yes.
Okay, how do they manage it?
Basically,
yung mga college graduates natin.
well, talagang yun na yung i-grab kagad nila yung opportunity kasi they know pretty well na are free. But I thought they're not free. So honestly,
this is what we call the virtual freedom. Hindi totoong freedom yan. They're free to spend and it'll be charged eventually.
Eventually, now which is you don't know what will be the effect because basically the charges is very, very high.
I know people who owe just for a month they owe 30,000 and then after a year na hindi sila nagbabayad, delinquent account na naging 100,000 yung puto nila.
That will be a big effect for you, especially if you're having families.
Right.
Kasi if you've been team up for something that you'll be trying to have a loan for a housing loan, things like that.
Okay.
It's one of the things that they can check onto.
Okay, so yung Filipinos, dapat they should have a good credit standing.
Yes.
So huwag kayong mangungutang kung hindi nyo kayang bayaran. So that's step number 2. Okay, let us repeat. Number 1, increase your cash flow, find the gigs, find brackets, find sidelines. Number 2 is manage your debt. What about number 3? Step number 3.
Well, creating emergency fund.
Emergency fund. Eh, paano yun? Wala kang pang-grocery na, kulang ka. So, people will argue, kulang na nga sa pang-gasolina namin, pang-grocery namin. How do we create an emergency fund?
Well, basically, kasi there's a formula for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yun kasi mali. Iba yung formula na ginagamit nila sa buhay
nila. Iba yung thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
what's the common formula that Filipinos are using?
The common na ginagamit ng Filipinos right here in the Philippines especially is income less expenses then equals to savings. How can you save if you got a lot of expenses?
Okay, so their first priority should be income equals
income minus savings.
Save agad.
Yes. At
Okay.
least 10% of your income.
Save 10% of your income. So yung mga receiving only yung minimum wage natin, less than 500 pesos, save up nyo na yung 10% and then try to manage what's left of you.
Yes.
So use that amount for your expenditure. So that's what you call the emergency fund. What is emergency fund used for?
That's for medical emergencies. Well, at least if you got an income for a month of 10,000, you should be at least having 3 months of emergency fund. 3 months of your income as your emergency fund. That's one thing we put it in the bank.
Because you could be out of work for a month or
Yes,
two, or
it
the
might
medical
be.
charges could
Yes.
be worth 3 months of your
Yes,
salary.
yes, it is.
That's very
Because
practical.
especially if you're having families, hindi mo na kailangan pumunta kay 5-6. Yes.
Or 5-7.
Yeah, 5-7 sometimes.
Oo,
You
totoo
just
yan.
need to go to a bank and then getting your money from it.
Okay.
Especially the medical emergencies.
Where
Because
do we
that's the
put it
most
away?
uncertain thing.
That's right.
Uh,
So whether we anticipate it or not,
yes.
those things will come.
Yes.
People will have
Because
cases.
emergency, that's a very uncertain thing to come.
That's right. So we should be prepared.
Yes.
We shouldn't be caught
are.
off guard. So emergency fund. So where do we put it away? Do you suggest that we put it in bank? Or
That's the
sa
one you
piggy
put
bank
it
na
in the
lang?
bank.
Bangko dapat.
Yes.
Kasi pag sa piggy bank,
It might be sometimes,
Susupukin nila ang anak mo.
sinusupukin mo ng anak mo, or baka yung pala yung kasama mo yun sa bahay.
or if there's a sale, as I was
Yes,
saying a while
yes.
ago, pwede basagin mo lang yung piggy bank
Yes.
mo.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's step number 2, create emergency fund.
fund.
So, the number 4, what's the number 4 step?
Well, ensure proper protection. That's the fourth thing that you need to remember.
Meaning protection against fire and
Everything.
and
Especially you yourself. You're the one who's working for the money, spending all those times for earning money for it.
So, we take vitamins to protect our health and
Yes,
immune
it's
system.
just a prevention.
Diba?
Yes.
So how do we protect naman our lives
Yes.
and our finances?
We could get a healthcare protection for yourself, a short term and a long term.
Healthcare
Which is
protection.
a long term is you can use it until retirement days.
You offer that as well.
Yes, we offer that. For International Marketing Group, we got a product partner for that.
So you were saying pwede yan sa kahit sa mga
Yes.
balut vendor,
Yes.
pwede yan kahit sa mga kariton na vendors.
You're saving now, you're investing now, but you're gonna use it for now until tomorrow.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know people na nakaranas sila ng they didn't know na masusunog yung kapitbahay nila. And so, pati bahay nila nadamay.
Yes.
So, how do they prepare for that?
Well, basically, it's just knowing all the vehicles.
When we say vehicles, okay, let's explain to our audience what vehicles is all about. Kasi when we talk of vehicles, parang Jeep, FX,
FX, yeah.
Financial vehicles are?
Well, knowing the financial vehicles, like you'll be knowing the companies that you're into, what are the basically for protection that you'll be getting into. Also, there's general non-life insurance for protection-wise, which is it's very minimal money. You'll be just
shelling out on a
monthly basis, which is sometimes it's a yearly basis, but which is very easier. But the thing is, sometimes people are, procrastination is the thing, and
skeptic and procrastinating. So, bukas na lang yan.
Yes.
Sa ibang araw na lang yan, di ba? Okay. So, you should ensure. Filipinos, this is a wake-up call. Everybody, we should be ensuring ourselves. We should be protecting ourselves. Okay, that's the 4th step. And the 5th step is?
Building a long-term savings.
Long-term savings. Okay, for a 37-year-old guy, what's an ideal savings that I should be having right now?
Well, basically, it depends on your objective, basically.
Okay, if my objective is to provide a bright future and secure the education of my 2 kids.
What for you a brighter future? What do you think a savings that you think what chosen lifestyle do you think will be enough for you?
Gusto ko lang yung average lifestyle.
Which is basically how much for much money that you think you can use it for a retirement basis.
Well, okay.
We can
I'll
live
tell you
at least
later.
we can live
I'll tell you
15
later.
to 20 years from the retirement age.
Okay.
Because basically we're basically productive until the 60s.
So what I notice about you is that you're really forward-looking.
Yes.
You focus much on the future.
Yes.
Diba? So that's maybe the secret why people like you are financially free.
It is.